It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome, NBA fans. Ernie Johnson here with you again, and we've got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, and we're all amped up for this early season game. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature two teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way. Oof. You got to elbow. You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also, your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah.
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
Oh, I got
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
The Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, you know, sometimes it can be a problem when you have as much talent as the Timberwolves do on their team. And it's a lot of offensive talent as well. So are there enough touches for everybody? Now, Karl Anthony Towns says yes. He says, no matter what, we are all going to eat. There is enough food on the table for all of us. Kevin, this is always a problem for you, but we're going to let you eat first.
All right, D, not a problem. I ordered more than enough for all of us. And two conference rivals, Steve, going head-to-head. Maybe a little extra animosity tonight here.
You know, Kevin, to describe it, they don't like each other. There will be no hugs, no handshakes. This is about compete, compete, compete.
Well, good, right? That's what you want to see.
Yeah, I don't like everybody all fluffy. Come out there and go at somebody.
No. Yeah, we even have competition here on the broadcast booth.
I know, I'm elbowing you for that sandwich.
Oh, there's another elbow from Steve Smith. Thank you, Steve. I got it. I understand. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Utah, Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Hill and Hood in the backcourt. And it's Gobert in its center. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Teague. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Timberwolves on defense. It's a three-point game. Rubio in the corner. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Rubio against Teague. Pass to Towns. Back to Teague. The 3. That doesn't go in either for Teague. We've seen a quick start here for the Jazz. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
Now, here's Butler. After the miss from Ricky Rubio. Pass to Teague. Towns, high post. They set the pick. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Gobert, the screen. Hood kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Rubio. Passes to Ingles. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Favors. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Favors got his first points of the night. Zhang, a screen. Wiggins kicks to Butler. Shot to stop the drought, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
There, they get it going. 1 for 4 now. Always feel good to get that first one. Well, you look at the growth that Jimmy Butler has made on the offensive end over his career. Always adds new tricks to his well-rounded offensive game. It's why he has won the most improved player in the past.
Free throw, good Butler. And the improvement Butler shows on offense. Recently worked on his step-back jumper. Now it's a major tool for him, Steve, to get points from.
You're right. I mean, Butler has worked on his offensive game. I mean, now it's a difficult matchup sometimes with one-on-one defenders. He has a solid jump shot, and we all know he can defend. And now against double teams, he's becoming a willing passer.
Here's Teague. 9 points last game out. And the pass to Towns. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back. Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the inside. He had stolen by Ingles. Rubio outside. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Butler attacking. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Butler's got 5 now.
Wonderful work from Butler. He has a variety of ways to score the ball inside the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Ingles with the screen for Gobert. And the rejection by Zhang. Towns dishes to Wiggins. Over Ingles. And it's Wiggins missing.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Utah leading by 6.
Hey, Rubio.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Gobert with the screen on Butler. Hood kicks to Gobert. Shoots over Towns. Gobert can't hit. Timberwolves have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And it's Towns penetrating, and the layup falls.
A beautiful ball movement by Jimmy Butler, constantly looking to set up his guys.
The Jazz have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And Rubio kicks to Hood. Favors sets the pick for Hood. Favors with the screen. Hood gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, it went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
T kicks to Towns. Back to Teague. Towns the screen. The 10-footer. Teague can't hit.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Timberwolves. They trail by 6. And a wide open look for Hood. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Utah shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see two #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
Here's Rubio following the three by Minnesota. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. Ingles kicks to Favors and stolen by Jang. Butler against Hood. Timberwolves passing it around. Muhammad dishes to Jang. Butler from outside. The shot, no good. And Utah the other way now. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league. It makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
The reason why their rotations were quick, they prevented easy shots and they kept their opponent out of rhythm.
That doesn't go either for Butler.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Rubio against T. 5 on the clock. Gobert the screen. Puts up a 3. Rubio misses. Timberwolves trail by 5. Teague the pass to Jang. Here's Butler. Lays it up off the glass. Butler's got 7 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Now, Smitty, be honest, when you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know, I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Patton, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Gibson comes in for Jang. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Butler. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A tall guard who can see over the defense, Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Jones kicks to Gibson, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Joe Johnson picks one up.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint. The Jazz play just about the slowest pace in the league. Not many fast break points. They look to grind it out in the half court.
And when the Jazz set up their offense, they love to get into the paint.
Well, they play bully ball. They want to get inside and force the issue. Whether it's driving or dropping it off, they're looking to get it in close and get to the line.
Here's Mitchell. An 11-point game for him in the win against Denver. Was shot by Udo, no good. Jones kicks to Crawford. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Gibson the screen. Gibson setting the pick for Crawford. The feed now to Muhammad. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Utah leading by 5. Johnson dishes to Exum. He kicks it to Udo. He feeds it to Exum. There's the screen. Muhammad with the steal. Here's Crawford, buried from 15 feet out. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night.
That's Crawford's game. The number of ways in which he scores the ball is huge to this team.
Mitchell kicks to Jerebko. Dishes to Johnson. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Crawford. It's deflected. Stolen by Mitchell. Unloads from 13. Here's Udoh. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
The free throw off from Udoh. And the Utah Jazz watch their star player, Gordon Hayward, depart for Boston in free agency this past summer.
Yeah, and Kevin, especially for small market teams, that's always the concern, attracting and retaining star talent. The loss of Hayward, a real setback for this young team.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And the Jazz, another three.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Outside Gibson. Down low. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Udoh.
Woo, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
And Gibson sends it back.
Gibson is in there to get dirty on defense. His shot blocking is exceptional. Can't be careless around him.
Here's Patton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Jazz leading by 8. Jerebko the pass to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. They set the pick. Johnson kicks to Mitchell. Feeds it to Exum. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Crawford kicks to Muhammad. That shot off. Johnson with some nice D. There's the dish to Udoh. Here's Mitchell. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night right there. Timberwolves trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Crawford. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
One of Crawford's specialties is his ability to make shots despite getting hit.
The NBA has so many incredible ball handlers in the league right now. Steve, you think of guys like Kyrie Irving, maybe the best handle that I've ever seen, and certainly Steph Curry. But Jamal Crawford is right up there with the best of them. He plays with the ball on a string.
Yeah, you're totally right. Jamal Crawford, longevity-wise and tricks of the trade when handling the basketball, he can embarrass you. Jamal Crawford loves to use his handles, and he's a showman out there.
And that one falls for Jamal Crawford.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
It's deflected, and he recovers it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. 11 feet away. The rebound by the Jazz. Udoh's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Knocks it loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Eight seconds left to play in the first. Kicks it to Muhammad. Over Johnson. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Utah, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Exum, Jonas Jerebko out there with Johnson. Then there's Udo, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard position.
How about the determination of Gibson? No one is going to stop him when he skies up.
Here's Jerebko, following the score by Taj Gibson. Johnson kicks to Jerebko. Now here's Exum, guarded closely, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Now here's Jones. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pass to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Utah leading by 3. Exum kicks to Jerebko. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Crawford. Exum dishes to Udo. Pass to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. He tries for 3. The shot, no good. Nice D from Crawford.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Here's Jones. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Exum in the corner. He dishes it to Jerebko. Johnson, a wide open look, buries it from 3-point range. Johnson's got 6.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Wiggins. He picked up 18 points in their last win against San Antonio. Johnson kicks to Mitchell. Good work defensively by Jones.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Passes it to Jerebko. The tray. The rebound by Gibson. Timberwolves trail by 6. Wiggins passes to Jones. Shoots over Exum. Here's Patton. And that one is hammered home.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
And the Jazz call time here. Steve, more and more we see guards turn to the Euro step to get around defenders en route to the rim. It's a slight move, but it's so effective. Which players do you think execute that move the best?
I think Manu. He's one of the guys I played with, even though he's older. Still to perfection. Kevin Durant at his size is unbelievable. DeMar DeRozan, James Harden. And then I don't know if a Euro step you can call it for Russell Westbrook. He just changes direction. It looks like a sped up Euro step in Russell Westbrook's situation. Those are some of the guys that stand out.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Patton. Gorgie Dang comes in for Taj Gibson. Butler, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Teague in for Tyus Jones.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Ingles with the screen for Rubio. Gobert with a screen on Teague. Ingles kicks to Favors. There's the pick over Jang, and the rejection by Jang. Butler on the way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Certainly one aspect of Jimmy Butler's game that sets him apart is his impact on the defensive end. Very few players in the league, Steve, can carry an offense like he can and also do as much on the defensive end.
You're totally right. One of our best two-way players in our league. He's so good on the perimeter, being able to slide his feet. He has long arms, and he comes up with a lot of steals. Versatile enough to defend multiple wing positions.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Rubio outside, and there's the pass to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Off the screen, and the rejection by Towns. A second chance effort, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Rodney Hood does a nice job of drawing contact and working himself to the line.
And Rodney Hood played one season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
Both free throws good from Hood. And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without, Steve, too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
Lets the three fly. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Hood's got a pair of triples in the second now for Utah.
Starting to heat up now. He nailed one from behind the arc in the first quarter, 2 here in the second.
Here's Butler. Moves back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Second free throw, no good. And it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that Is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press, and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that is totally different. I wish I would have been a guy that spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body, and it's also their entire way they recover from the games of basketball. And I think that's what I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
Here is Favors after the basket by Minnesota. They set the pick. Gobert dishes to Rubio. Towns comes with a double team. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Rubio.
And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Teague against Rubio. Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. It's good, and the Jazz lose, cut down to 5 on the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
What you like is a guy like Jimmy Butler each year keeps elevating his game. Offensively now, he's legit.
Back to Hood. Over Butler. Here's Gobert, and the rejection by Towns. Butler goes in, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now that's an energetic drive to the rim by Jimmy Butler. Speed and strength.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And he makes the first.
I think Jimmy Butler is top of my list as far as two-way players that can do just about anything you ask him.
Muhammad, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so Butler nails both of them.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Favors with a screen on Teague. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Jang. Favors can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 3. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Towns. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Good up top, defended by Butler. Floats one up, and the layup by Hood. Hood's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And it's good for 2.
Excellent setup. Rubio scopes out the weakness in the defense, then exploits it.
Rubio against Teague. Here's Jang. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Utah leading by 7. Rubio outside. Out left to the wing. 13 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down. He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Gobert, fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
Johnson, he's checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Hood.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And in the early season, plenty of optimism for teams. Is there any complacency, Steve, a feeling that you can lose one here, lose one there, and you can make up for it down the stretch?
Well, the good teams, they feel like that. A lot of times you look at it and say you don't take losses as bad when you have a couple star players or impact players out. You figure when we get those guys healthy, you just want to be able to play the right way, and when they come back, then you can start to make your push.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gibson comes in for Gorgie Dang. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Teague. Urebko's checked in for Utah. Exum comes in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Jones. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Butler kicks to Towns. Gibson the screen. Off the screen. The rebound by the Jazz.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Butler passes to Muhammad. Another miss by Minnesota.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Johnson kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Butler. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Johnson kicks to Urebko. Johnson dishes to Urebko. To the left wing. Gobert with a screen on Butler. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Utah, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
ISO Joe Johnson in his mid-30s, but he's still a closer. You need a game winner, put the ball in his hands.
And Utah making a change here. Udo's checked in. Here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Udo kicks to Exum. Over Jones. Exum's shot is off. And Joe Johnson, Steve, able to get his shot off anytime.
You know his nickname, Kevin, is ISO Joe. He has great size, and more than anything, it's his confidence. Trust me, he's very accustomed to scoring with a hand in his face.
Offensive rebound, Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Gibson, a force on the offensive glass. He's a worker, and you saw it right there.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Exum passes to Udo. Mitchell kicks to Udo. The feed now to Exum. Here's Jerebko. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Outside, Jones takes the three. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They've missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Rodney Hood in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And now the third quarter about to get going. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, he's one of those guys. When he's being aggressive, officials give him the benefit of the doubt.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Timberwolves trail by 7. Wiggins and Jang at the small forward and power forward spots. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Jang. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And here's the fast break. Here's Hood. Rebound by Butler. The Timberwolves shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And you just love how Butler works the ball around to his guys. A selfless player who wants to make his teammates better.
Rubio with it. Gobert with a screen on Teague. Outside Favors. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Jang. Butler goes in. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Rubio against Teague. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Jang. And that one's good by Favors. Favors got his third basket of the night right there.
Favors is a huge guy that absorbs contact. A true master at getting his shots off in the midst of really intense defense.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. Over Ingles. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And Wiggins, his young career just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that 2-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
And the second free throw, good. Jazz leading by 4. Now Rubio. He's got 5. Gobert the screen. Ingles kicks to Favors. Over Jang. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Teague. To the inside. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Teague. And that's now 25 points for Butler.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Rubio dishes to Ingles. Favors with the screen. Gobert with the screen for Ingles. Hood, the pass to Gobert. Back to Hood. Clock at 6. Off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
T kicks to Towns. Outside Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
I love that by Jimmy Butler. Sees a little bit of daylight, takes it, and slams it.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now here's Rubio. Good a screen on Butler. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. To the middle. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Butler.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
First one falls for him.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
Some changes for Minnesota. Patton, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Crawford in for Jimmy Butler. And he makes both free throws. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Zhang with a screen on Hood. Steps back and fires. He's off on that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Rubio the pass to Favors. He kicks to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Inside. And stolen by Zhang. Timberwolves trail. And here is Teague looking for his first basket still in this one. Gobert with the block. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Ingles with the ball. Hood can't get it to go.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Patton, the pass to Wiggins. From the baseline. Kept alive. Goes back up. And that one is off.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position. Does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Outside Favors. Crawford against Ingles. Back to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Watch out. When Favors gets loose around the rim, he can pound it.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
And it's Hood again missing.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
Now here's Favors. He's got 8 over Jang. A second chance effort. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Wiggins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Crawford passes to Patton. Wiggins outside. He feeds it to Crawford. Jang with a screen on Hood. Crawford. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Ingles in the corner. Dishes it to Favors. And he banks in the layup. Favors got 6 here in this quarter.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
And Jang kicks to Crawford. Back to Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Teague dishes to Jang. Crawford outside. Crawford with another miss.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Ingles with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Ingles can't get it to go.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Crawford kicks to Wiggins. Feeds it to Jang. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Jang's got his second bucket tonight.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The Jazz have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Timberwolves trail by 5. Gibson the screen. Crawford, no one around him. And the 3 off target.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Here's Jones after the basket by Utah. There's the dish to Crawford. Pass to Patton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Here's Mitchell. A 3-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Muhammad with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Patton's shot is off. Jazz leading by 5. There's the triple. Muhammad grabs the board. Muhammad's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Gibson. Back to Jones. In the corner, it's Crawford. Muhammad, the pass to Crawford. That 3 off the mark.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 7. And Joe Johnson with a long and illustrious career like yourself, Smitty. He had the very good years in Atlanta. When you think of Joe Johnson, what comes to mind?
You know, the first thing is he has great handles for a player of his size. The crossover, able to get the defenders on their heels, and he does it in slow-mo. But he can score from anywhere.
Here is Udoh, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Mitchell kicks to Udoh. That's to Jerebko. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Johnson. Minnesota shooting 42% from the field here in the 3rd. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Off target from 3-point range. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Exum. Great D that time from Gibson. Minnesota shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Screen by Jones. And Jamal Crawford gets the 3. Crawford's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Crawford has been a solid outside shooter throughout his lengthy career. Got to at least get an arm up as he's going up.
Mitchell, this is to Jerebko. Kicks it to Mitchell. Off the pick. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Passes it to Patton. Crawford outside. 1:22 left to play in the 3rd. To the inside. Here's Patton. Jones, no one around him. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
Exum passes to Udoh. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum kicks to Udoh. On the wing, Johnson. Shoots from the baseline. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Johnson's got 11.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Gibson the screen. Jones for 3. Again, the miss by Jones. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mitchell. The offensive rebound. And Gibson sends it back. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jones dishes to Muhammad. Unable to get that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. The pass to Exum. That one's not going to go. Muhammad. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Utah out in front. They lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And so in the game for the Jazz, Jonas Jerebko out there with Udoh. Then it's Exum. Then it's Johnson. And it's Mitchell in at the 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
I just love the way Gibson plays the game. Defensive-minded, willing to do whatever it takes. It's easy to see why his teammates respect him.
And both free throws good from Gibson. Utah leading by 3. Exum passes to Jerebko. He dishes it to Exum. There's the feed to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Muhammad against Johnson.
Love it, love it.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And so it's Utah here with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. Top of the key, Exum. Over Jones. Hits the front of the rim and out. Dishes it to Towns. And now Utah, fast break. Johnson's got the ball. He kicks it to Mitchell. Feeds it to Johnson. Down low. There's the dish to Udoh. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Jones. And Gibson kicks to Muhammad. And the dunk by Muhammad.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Utah calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Minnesota making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Gibson. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Muhammad. And it's Teagan for Jones. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Now, here's Teague. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good by Butler.
There's a certain level of concentration you have to have when your jump shot is being contested. Nothing phases Jimmy Butler.
Teague against Rubio. To halt the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
And, Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position. But I think nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
That one is off.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
They set the screen. And Teague, here we go, comes up empty off the pick.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the rejection by Jang. Wiggins dishes to Towns. The shot off that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him. Utah trailing here. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gobert the screen. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Nice ball movement by Utah. 4 on the shot clock.
I don't get it. He was so efficient in the first half, 0 turnovers. But since the break, he's been a disaster.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Jeff Teague coming over to the Timberwolves in free agency. Greg, the team felt he was the perfect fit.
You know, and it seemed for a while the Wolves had wanted to kind of mix things up at that point guard position. And you knew they had someone in mind when they dealt both Rubio and Dunn in the offseason. Teague was their man all along.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Favors in the post. Jang defending. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Towns the screen. Teague against Rubio. Pass to Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Back to Favors. Looking to get it going. And the layup is good.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Minnesota leading by 3. Teague dishes to Butler. Inside. Here's Towns. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Utah, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. Gobert the screen. Shot clock at 5. Up off the screen. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Jazz trail by 3. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Hood. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Hood with it. Butler covering. Hood can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Minnesota.
I got yours.
Crawford against Hood. Gobert the screen. Favors with the screen on Teague. Favors with the screen. Here's Rubio. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
A tricky cover in that mid-range area. Rubio with good ball skills can hurt you in a number of ways.
Crawford drives in. Gobert with the block. Hood kicks to Ingles. And the rejection by Towns.
Rudy Gobert, not that well known stateside when he was drafted in 2013. Didn't take him long, though, to make a big-time name for himself.
Well, Rudy Gobert has apparently blocked the shots of about half the players in the NBA. And, Steve, if you ask him, he can tell you who he's gotten.
He takes a lot of pride in it. Fortunately, that reflects in his work ethic. And with his physical tools and his love for the game, he has a chance to be special.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. For Minnesota, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Butler attacking. He had stolen by Ingles. To the middle, looking for Favors. He gets it there. It's stolen by Teague. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Crawford with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. And that one's good by Butler.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Jazz trail by 4. Rubio outside. Pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Hood. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
Rodney Hood very comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Teague the pass to Butler. Back to Teague. Here's the floater. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. The wide open look here for Ingles. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Full 24-second shot clock. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Passes it to Gobert. Rubio dishes to Favors. Back to Rubio. Jazz passing it around. 6 to shoot. Ingles against Butler.
I mean, he closed the gap on that play with his speed. Jimmy Butler on defense is a treat to watch.
Here's Gobert. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Hood against Crawford. Towns kicks to Crawford. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Jamal Crawford, the former Michigan Wolverine, continues to thrive as a scorer.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Crawford. Here's Hood.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the paint. It's tipped. There's the pass to Ingles. Hits it from three-point range.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Andrew Wiggins. David, what's the update?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Timberwolves head athletic trainer. They checked out his foot, and it appears he may have sprained his toe on that play. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in. DA injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
And hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he did in that first half.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gibson's checked in.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Ingles with the rebound.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Minnesota in the lead. Teague with the ball. Outside Butler. Gibson the screen. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Hood. And that misses. That would have put him up. Timberwolves have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. They set the pick. Butler kicks to Towns. Towns with the steal. Hood against Butler to take the lead. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Gets the first, and that ties the game up. So making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. The Jazz with another miss.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
And Zhang kicks to Towns. Yes, that goes in. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now, here's Rubio. Outside Favors. Lock at 6. Here's Hood. Now T. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Here's Hood. And it's Hood again missing.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Back to Teague. Gibson for 3. Utah with the rebound. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 1. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jimmy Butler.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Minnesota making a switch here. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gobert the screen. Hood for 3. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finishes that continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night. So I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.